Hello my good nerds! Today I have a build to show you guys that I've called the Tri-Elemental Sorcerer, because it's based on a Tri-Elemental Nova. And it's a fun build to play, it's a strong build to play, and I haven't reached its max potential. It can go further, but it's ready to show, and I hope you guys like this build. Please give me feedbacks on it, and let's go to the video. This is a damage demonstration on my Tri-Elemental Sorcerer. I'm gonna do on this enemy dummy that counts as an enemy, and then some area damage. So if I just cast, you'll see a lot of Elemental Novas, which is very cool visually, but it also deals some decent damage. It's hard to see the damage here, but I pretty much think I do like around 100k per damage. Per cast, sorry. 8k plus 15k, it's 20k, this is 4 casts, so I pretty much think it's around that. You can see that I can cast 4 Elemental Novas on cast, but it's a chance, so it's not gonna happen always. And I have some decent cast speed to do that. If I come here, you'll see me do a very nice area damage. It's just that the aim node does not work to show it here, but Novas everywhere, just so cool, with decent damage and some decent mana output. The mana output will be even better when I get something like this on my legendary staff. This went wrong, but it's good. And that's it, guys. That's it for the damage demonstration. Now this is a 100 corruption gameplay. I'm pretty much sure I'm not gonna have any difficulty here. Ooh, it started good. I don't think that would have killed me, but I don't like to play with these guys. On low corruption, I can just cast once and leave it for most enemies. But I'm used to casting more than once. Again, this is low corruption, so that's why it's so easy. But it's fun seeing them die easily. Shredding away on them. Coffee's so good, guys. Coffee's so good. With a crit shrine? Oh, here, it's over. Really quick gameplay this time, guys. Really quick. I also could show more, but I pretty much think it's show it. Hope you guys like it. On 211 corruption. And I'm gonna do this node. This build is not the best it can be right now, but it's pretty much good. I'm not having many difficulties playing around this corruption. And if I get the items I want, I'll probably get farther, pretty much farther. With this I can already get farther. I'm happy there's a mage here, so you guys can see the fight. So I can show it. Come on, Magey. Done. Crash. Pretty much easy. Pretty much all math area damage. And decent damage. I've got 30 points on Elemental Nova here. It's a lot. And it makes a very decent damage. When I stand, my mana pool is great, but when I move, I just spend too much mana. That's the problem here, that's why I have focus. Although, pretty much enough for now. And it's a very fun build to play. Just elemental novas blowing up everywhere. I just love it. No. No. I killed something there. Key. I rarely do dungeons. I mostly get the key to sell. They're worth 200 gold each. And that's some decent gold because we get lots of keys. And this build does not only hit around the whole map, but it also hits around me. So I can hit enemies from afar and close to me, and I really think that's really useful. Really easy to hit everyone on echoes, on clearing echoes, and that's very good. Also with decent damage, you can see that my mana pool is pretty much steady. We can move around with teleport like this without losing Mountain's Embrace. But if we move, we lose. That's why I try to move with teleport when I'm fighting strong enemies. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's a boss. I'm gonna show you 211 corruption boss fight on God Hunter Argentus. Argentus. I think it's Argentus. I'm taking hits. Bad move. I thought I was not taking hits there. But I was. Big mistake. But okay. Decent damage, decent defense, but not immortal. Be careful with the strong attacks from the bosses. They will hit you hard. We are not immortal. But as you can see, it's not exactly a hard fight also. You just have to cast focus sometimes. But as focus has high defenses on it, it's also not a problem. It's really hard to die when I'm casting focus. It's gotta be some pretty hard damage. Which of course this guy has, but this is the most annoying part of this fight. At least I personally think so. These comets deal decent damage, and these guys have fire resist, so I hate them. Really hate them. F you guys. Done. Last part of the fight. Let's go, God Hunter. He's gonna jump now. He's gonna come. Oh, he already hit me with the lance. I didn't see it. I gotta say this build has a problem. Sometimes it's just so much stunning visuals that I can't see the boss skills. Be careful with that. But overall, I think it's quite strong, quite viable, and fun to play. No, close. That was close. I used a potion on reflex. I don't know if a potion would save me, but I used it. And done. So I'm gonna start off with the gear. So On this staff, I have Argon's Refugee, because it gives me a lot of defense. That's basically it. It gives some damage, but it gives me a lot of wards with fire spells, and +1 to flame ward, 10% less damage with 1000 wards. And you'll see that I can get easily over 1000 ward. This is not even hitting enemies, it's just dummies. And that's pretty much it for the staff. Now, these legendary affixes are not exactly what I want. What I want is mana and cast speed here. Not that elemental damage is bad, it's good. Or fire pan, it's also good. But cast speed makes a huge difference. Look at this. 8k, 14k. And the problem without cast speed, Argon's Refugee, is that it makes a difference on my ward. You can see that I'm not getting past 1.2 thousand here. With it, I have the Flame Ward buff, 10% less damage, and more wards, so that's why I use it. And that's why Frost Claw is on fire also, but this cast speed makes a difference on the build. And also, on the mana pool, you can see that if I move around and cast, my mana's over, but let me recover a little bit. If I stand and cast, my mana is not over. It's practically steady. And this on boss fights and general echoes, it's very good to have the mana last a lot more. You still need focus, but it's way better. Of course, this is a tier 7, but way better. So my idea is to get the cast speed here with the mana regen. And if I have a tier 3, that fire penetration can go there. So the staff with cast speed gives 2k damage difference on Frost Claw and a little difference on Elemental Nova, but Elemental Nova will cast more times because we have higher cast speed, more Frost Claw, and more chance to cast Elemental Nova. You can see here a lot more of Elemental Nova. The mana is never gonna survive, but way better. Now, essential here, Unstable Core and Crest of Unity. Crest of Unity is the reason why the Elemental Nova is Tri-Elemental, which I think it's pretty nice. And I have a +4 on Elemental Nova with a legendary affix of +3. So that's it, that's what you want here. You don't need more stuff here. It also gives some Elemental Pen and less damage from Ignited Shock or 2 enemies. That's also very good, because I got 10% less damage here, 16% less damage here, and 8% less damage here. So I take a lot of less damage, that's very good. Unstable Core, it gives me elemental damage, a lot of mana, and skills. So +3 to Lightning Cold and Fire skill, that gives more to my Flame Ward, Frost Claw, and the Elemental Nova, of course. I don't use the Elemental Nova directly. So this 6 cast, that's big. You can see here, it marks here. It gives some nice damage, yeah, but I usually don't use it. And the Teleport Nova does not stack, so meh, that's it. If I'm gonna get legendary affixes there, I'm gonna get this to get mana spent, gain as ward. I even have this armor that's a tier 7. I just don't have the courage to use on an LP1, but as soon as I get an LP3 or 2 or 3, of course I want a free. I want LP4, but I got a free here, that's great. I'm gonna use it. Use this armor, these are the affixes that I want. Strand of Souls to give me ward. This is a rare belt, get a normal one, it's just fine. Aurora's Time Glass, same as I had on the Elemental Lightning Claw Sorcerer, because it's a survival item. Get this, below 30 health, you get a lot of health and ward. That's what we want. And it gives us cast speed. Endurance is great. I have it max, but that's not the objective. It's just a bonus. Font of the Arrays, get 2 of these, because it'll give mana spent gained as ward, more health and mana, and ward, 1 ward per turn missing mana if your current ward is lower than your missing mana. This is very confusing. Get this, it'll give you more ward. That's why I have it. It's a Weaver's item, so you have to farm here. Same here on the Relic. So farm for stuff like crit chance, elemental damage, fire damage. I have lightning here. I wish this was fire. But you can also have more mana regen here like I have on this one. And you can also farm some resistances on this. Like I wish I had poison resistance on this. Sadly I don't. But that's what you do here. Foot of the Mountain, same as the last build. Very good because of the mana cost. So this gives me -6 less mana cost total. Okay, so I can cast more times everything when I stand. That's why I tested the staff while standing. Because with mana regen, and these stacks of Foot of the Mountain, we get to cast a lot more and deal a lot more damage on bosses. It does not take that much long to have the stacks. I have it. Here I'll have 1, 2, 3, and then you just focus, get the burst, get back to hitting. That's the combo. So a very good boot here. On the gloves I have the max cast speed I can get. The top is 30, I have 29 here. The rest of the stuff is just good stuff, like intelligence, always good. Endurance, threshold, and endurance. I would change that endurance, that 13%, for something else, like any resistance. It's not a problem. As I said before, endurance is not my focus here, but it's a good bonus. Knowledge of an erased mage. So pretty good item, okay, overall for a mage, but I primarily have it because I have +3 to Frostclaw here. Hang on. As I said before, Frostclaw is a very popular item. So skill. So to get a +3 here, it's really rare. If you go on the bazaar, it'll be very expensive. So I just got on this. So I even have it on my loot filter. So if you can farm this, farm this. It's really hard to get and it's a really good skill. And let's get to the idols. Okay, so on the idols here, Throne of Ambition is very good here. It gives us fire and cold damage. I won't be able to show you guys because it only works on a boss or rare enemy. But it gives us fire, cold damage, and armor. Very good here. This, I have fire damage. I focus on fire damage because it'll give me damage to my Elemental Nova and the Frostclaw. So that's why I choose fire damage. And the health on kill is not exactly what I want, but it's not bad. If I could, I'd get ward retention here. Definitely. Mana efficiency with Frostclaw and mana penetration, very good. Armor and mana also very good. Mana spent on ward and mana. And on these smaller ones, get health, get mana, get some... I don't like to get fire damage here. Get armor, health, and mana. That's what you want on these 3. For the blessing, the important ones are fire damage on this one. I do not take elemental fire resistance thread, okay? Because Elemental Nova has 70% elemental penetration. That's a lot. I have shock, I have frostbite, chill, I have a lot of stuff. I think chill does not take resistance and not frostbite, sorry. But this 70% penetration is already pretty much good, and some penetration with Frostclaw, so I'd rather go on damage here. Armor from what was this? Age of Winter, and there's another one with armor. All resistance, cold damage from... Actually, on Ending the Storm, I like to get mana, not cold damage. But I couldn't yet, but when I can, I'll get this mana node. And there was another echo with giving me armor. I'm sure there is. Hang on, hang on. Oh no, it was Spirits of Fire, sorry. So get these two are the most important. Get fire damage here, get some armor here. This armor's low, it can get better. And all resistances here, it goes up to 20%. Plus, what was this? The mana here, so we can get more mana, so we can stand and hit a lot. That's it for the black. Alright, now to the skills. I have some points to put, because I've moved some stuff. What's happened? Hang on, hang on. I think it's here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's there. So, Frostclaw. This is our main skill, so obviously we want this node, making it cast Elemental Nova. We want a lot of crit chance, because it's very good, and it'll raise the damage a lot. On this node here, I didn't take much, because Airgun's Refugee does not give melee damage. It's a staff that just gives spell damage, so I don't need this. Then I come here, and I get these 4 nodes. That's what makes it recast 3 times, making the second cast aim. So every recast is gonna give a new chance to cast Elemental Nova. That's why I get it. And the mana here is a lot. It spends a lot of mana. It has 30 cost normal, and when I move that I'm without Mountain's Endurance, it's 39. So it's a very high mana cost for Frostclaw, because I'm gonna be casting all the time. And plus this cost, so the projectiles can hit the same target all the time. That's why I have this node for some mana efficiency. And this node also reduces the mana cost and gives a chance to gain some mana. And I have it fire damage here, so it can combo with Airgun's Refugee, okay? So Airgun's Refugee here can give some ward, some more ward, okay? And that's it. This and Elemental Nova are the most important skills. You can see that I have 31 points on Elemental Nova, and I think that's very cool. And here I go for damages. On Lightning Nova, I go for crit chance. I don't go for overcharge, because overcharge is a chance, so I'm gonna get a chance on a chance to give more damage. I'd rather just go for more damage, and as I have a high crit chance already, and I have more crits here, and I get this, the crit chance, and crit multiplier. I think it's better. This node is just for passing through, because we're not gonna hit high health, full health enemies. Frostclaw is gonna deal damage first. 70% elemental penetration, this is very good. I maxed this, because this is the penetration on the build, or else I had to get lightning elemental resistance shred, which I think it doesn't exist. Or each of the one type of elemental penetration, like fire, ice, and lightning. This is just very good. In here on Ice Nova, I go to reducing its mana cost and to deal damage against chilled, frozen, shocked, and ignited enemy, which we are. We're igniting them, we're shocking them, we're freezing them, and we're chilling them. It's even funny to see a frozen ignited enemy. It's I think it's impossible, but it's a game. So very decent damage here from Elemental Nova. Teleport, because we can teleport and not lose Mountain's Embrace. Mountain's Embrace, that was the name. Mountain's Endurance, sorry. On foot of the mountain. Then we get elemental damage, and we cast Elemental Nova on the way. So if we do a short teleport, we deal 3 Elemental Nova's damage. We're casting, we're good, we deal 3 damage, we're still casting, we're still good, and then we can do another 3 damage. So it's nice, we do not lose Mountain's Embrace. You can also do it to reposition yourself and keep casting. That's why I took teleport, and I think it's pretty much useful. And it gives me 50% more elemental damage. So Yeah, 16,000 with teleports buff, with insight 21. Pretty nice. Then I get some armor and some ward from it, okay? And make the buff last longer. That's it, pretty much simple. Flame ward is for defense. So what we want here is to be cast when I'm stunned, to have 2 charges. If you want, you can put a 3rd charge on your armor here. There's an affix that does that. Instead of getting mana spent gained as ward. I prefer to have the mana, but it's your choice. Then some ward here, ward here, ward here. This is an extra node because I got duration, then I linked to armor, a lot of armor. 1,000 armor, use it. 1,000 armor makes a lot of difference. The element, it doesn't make a difference for me. And some extra damage, and that's it. Focus. So focus gotta recover your mana, that's it. So get it. These 3 nodes, that's the main objective, to get your mana back. Then these nodes are defensive nodes to get less damage from shield and shocked enemy. This one gives less from ignited, but it's far from everything. So a lot of armor and a lot of ward, with ward's retention, because when we're capped, we're gonna have high ward, so I don't want to lose this ward, I want to keep it. That's why I chose that. Okay, so I'm gonna re-explain it from the start. We've got mage. On mage, get 8 points on elementalist to get elemental damage, great. Health and mana, a lot of ward, get a lot of ward. And this one gives us damage and some ward. Nice, right? On the Rune Master, our main objective is to get some defense. That's this node, getting us 8% less damage and some health. In here, Arcane Momentum, very important. It gives us stacks that gives us move speed, spell damage, and spell cast damage. Spell cast speed, sorry. Now, mana and mana regen, very important. We really need this. So get both of them. And 120 armor, that's also very interesting. Some intelligence and at least 5 points here to get the spell crit chance per intelligence. So this gives a lot of crit chance, which raises our damage a lot because we deal a lot of hits. So hit chance, crit chance is great. That's why I have it here. And that's why I have crit multiplier. I have only 1 point on insight and on spark nova. Why? Because we have a lot of hits. So we have a lot of chance to cast these, to cast the spark nova and to get the insight. Insight, we always get it. Check this, I already have it. A lot of hits. And it's hard to see the spark nova, but 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. It's this small lightning that comes around. And so it's very useful. Only 1 point solves our problem. Some points here to get shock and stun duration. We get spell stun chance with this, so a lot of stun, lasting a lot of time. Some elemental damage and elemental resistance, great. This one, it gives us 100% increased damage. It's tri-elemental, but I don't think it gives us 300% damage. I'm not sure how it works. I really gotta research this. But it gives us damage, take it, that's it. And some spell damage. Okay, that's triple. So this is 50 plus 15 base spell damage. Great. That's what I chose from my passives. I'll have 2 more points. I might spend it here. Or maybe here. Something like that. It's not the most important points. But that's it for the passive, guys. So, I have a lot of fun with this build. I think it's pretty much easy to play. And it's pretty much strong to play. I don't think it's an overpowered build. You can have a difficult time with some bosses. But overall, on echoes, it's pretty easy to clear because we have everything here. You can do 1 cast and hit the whole screen at once. So that makes a very easy build to play. But the defense here, we do not get to 5k ward or 10k ward like some other builds. So we're not immortal, although we have Flame Ward and Aurora's Time Glass. We're not immortal, so I think it's pretty much a balanced build and fun to play. It's strong, I'll see where I can get with it. But from all the builds that I've made so far, this is my favorite, I gotta say it. So I hope you guys like this build, give me a feedback on it. And if you liked it, please like this video. Give me a feedback on it and subscribe to my channel, it helps me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, see you guys later.